Yo, what up, Friendster? It's Lister. Guys, today we are actually checking out a video I wanted to see for a while, and honestly, high-key, low-key, give my thoughts on, and that is ranking sus FNF mods by how inappropriate they are. This is gonna be insane. If you know my content, you know these type of animations I make, you already know it's gonna be up my wheelhouse. So, without further ado, I want to see which ones are the most out-of-pocket or most craziest, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a lot of them are pretty chill, but let's just be sure.
Talking about all this. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I've made a couple of videos talking about all the sus mods that have popped up in FNF.
Yeah.
Today, I want to look at all the most.
Actually, this looks kind of cool. This looks kind of dope. I don't care. This one looks kind of fire right here. I like her design. I like his design. And they're fighting Freddy or Jason. My bad. Yeah, that's cool.
Sus mods, and then rank them from how.
Yo, why is she built like that? Wait, hang on. Hang on. Hold on. Where's my guy? Why is she built like that? Why is she built like that? Anyway.
The worst on the list are going to be
this looks cool.
Just straight up corn.
Okay.
Then we'll move the mods that are just.
Wait, hang on. By the way, I know I'm stopping this a lot, but I just want to ask. Are they like straight up just like corn mods of FNF? I had no idea that was a thing. That's insane.
Really sexual.
All right.
Then we'll go to mods that are sus.
Yeah.
The final tier will be mods that are tame, meaning that they're not really too bad.
Yeah.
Now we're going to start off with the worst offenders here and then work our way down.
What? Really?
And start with Mime and Dash.
All right, that doesn't look that bad. Their designs don't look that bad, actually. Like, from what I see, it doesn't look, they don't look too bad to me. Like, you see what I mean? Like, that's not that bad, right? Yeah, that's not that bad. Yeah. To me, that's not that bad.
This one and think that it isn't too bad, but if you actually look up these two mimes, you will get a lot more than you bargained for.
How? Whoa! Okay.
As far as I know, no one has actually made a new version of this mod yet, which is why this one is like the first in this category. But as we go on, they're going to get worse.
It doesn't seem that bad.
Next is going to be the eye-catching mod. And while I'm showing you the safe for work version, there is one that has actual nudity.
Of these two, they're just rapping in a bus or like rapping somewhere, dude. But like, I don't know. That'd be kind of crazy to do that for this one. This looks like they're just rapping and hanging out.
And if you're curious as to what the women are looking at or why the mod is called eye-catching, you may be too young for this video, so go ahead.
What are they looking at? I already know what they look. I know what they're looking at. I know what we all know.
Here. And the final song that we are going to put in this corn category is going to be the sex mod. And I'm not joking with the name.
What?
That's what it's called.
No, there isn't.
To say for work version of girlfriend, but let's just say that the way she tries to distract the player is by getting completely naked.
Whoa.
I'm not sure if you can still find this mod online.
Oh my God.
Don't go look for it. Trust.
Why would there be a mod like that for FNF? Wait, no. I had no idea. This is insane. This is actually genuinely insane. I'm not going to lie.
Me. Now, moving to the sexual category, we're going to start this one off with a character that people used to simp for back in the day, and that's going to be Nakuza. Now, this one makes the sexual tier because it's literally her and this character that looks way too young, but it's actually
insane.
Bathing in this hot tub. I think Community Games made a safe for work version.
All right. Bro, as someone who's been in the community for a very long time, I had no idea half these mods existed. That's insane. If anything, I feel better about the ones I made. Like, I don't feel that bad. Because, like, I don't feel that bad anymore. This is insane.
They had a towel over themselves.
Right.
But this right here is the original.
Yo, those things are singing. What the hell?
Water theme, we have the girlfriend from the Jason mod here.
Right.
And this was another mod that really had people acting up.
Really?
This one is definitely sexual. It also...
Why do they get them acting up? Bro, she's covered up. Why are we acting up on this one?
It makes sense because it is a Jason mod.
Yeah.
So many of those movies revolved around like teenagers skinny dipping.
Yeah,
in general. So it's kind of
right.
And when I say teenager, most of them were like 18, 19.
Yeah.
Next, we have the After Trauma mod. And
this looks creepy.
Think a lot of people know how dark this one is.
Why?
Basically, Lois hypnotized Peter to perform a naughty act when
on his
song. And that worked great when they're actually at home alone.
Yeah.
But it backfires when they go to Lois's parents' home for dinner. And Peter hears the song.
I remember this episode of Family Guy. I'm not going to lie, dude. It is straight up disgusting.
He's in Lois's mother's bedroom.
Yeah.
This obviously ends horribly for Peter and Lois, which is why they look
it's
so
gross
devastated in the car here. But the mom seems to be very happy with how it turned out.
Okay. That's just more gross than anything. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
The last mod that I'm gonna place here is gonna be Furnace Witty. And I debated putting this one in the sus category, but girlfriend is literally naked here, and I don't know. At least they made her cover up her body with her knees, so I guess that makes it a little bit better. With that being said, let's move over to the sus.
And you know what's so funny about that one? Like, when you're playing this and you're going in, you're not even gonna notice her. That's the crazy thing about this.
With her knees, so I guess that's
still wild,
a little bit better. With that being said, let's move over to the sus mod, starting with Toy Chica.
Of course.
And I know I don't really need to explain too much for some of these because most of you can see, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. I think the outfit speaks for itself.
Self-explanatory,
to make matters even worse, they have Chica licking her microphone as well.
Do they?
I don't know what type of party her shirt is implying, but I know that it isn't for children. Now, we have the regular show mod next, and I was going to place this one into the tame category, but a lot of people are calling this one sus. I think it's because people know the backstory of this mod and the fact that it deals with Mordecai and Rigby kissing.
What?
And I guess just overall being very affectionate with each other. And a lot of people hated this mod because they really love the regular show and they hated seeing this shit.
As someone, look, I'm a huge fan of regular show. That show is so freaking funny. Even I think this is weird. I'm just saying.
Prove of. I think I have to put Thick Cervante next on the list. This is a character from back when FNF was still relatively new, and a lot of people simped for this character. While some people may argue that this one should go into the sexual tier because of the thickness and the outfit that she has on, I would argue that this one isn't too bad.
Not really.
I mean, at least she's covered up for the most part. Now, speaking of thickness, I couldn't make this video without adding the thickest ghost, aka
Who did this? No, who did this? I had no idea the lore was this insane. Look at this.
Make this video without adding.
Like, okay, let me move myself over here. Bro, who did this and why? Who did this?
The thickest.
That's insane. That brother's starving.
Now, be honest. Put down in the comments how many of you fell for this character's trick. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, this character is actually a dude using bags of flour to prop up his chest. Although that doesn't explain why he's caked up.
Double cheeked up.
That's insane. I'm glad he trolled everybody like that.
Afternoon.
Next, we have one of my favorite mods, and that's going to be the Trepidation mod. But while I like this for his creepy story, a lot of people liked it for Girlfriend's design. The developers made sure to make her very gifted in certain areas.
I see.
And we can't talk about gifted without adding the Demon of Lust on the list.
Demon of Lust.
Now, you wouldn't think that a person would be able to make a moth monster sexy.
Not really.
Sakurama is definitely like top 3 for characters that people simped over in FNF.
No, for
and I
sure.
think a lot of it was due to her jiggle mechanics, of course, but also her long
I'm not
tongue,
surprised.
which you wouldn't think a lot of people would be into, but again, you would be wrong.
Yeah.
Next, we have a mod where boyfriend is literally just battling against a glizzy. I'm not going to explain why this one makes the sus list. I think we can all be in agreement on this one.
That was just funny. That was just straight up funny. I don't care. That was funny.
This next one was very popular a couple of years back. That is the Sonic Caught mod.
Right.
This is where Sonic used Tails' computer to look up some sexy.
Oh shit, Sonic!
I'm sure most of you remember this scene.
Holy shit! I just
Yo, Sonic! It's funny that Knuckles is just a PNG.
Sonic time!
Next, we have
Sonic
the
time.
Sex mod, and this one has a bunch of characters that have been gender swapped or just enhanced in certain categories. And this is why we see Daddy Dearest with the biddies here, and also Boyfriend later on in the mod.
Whoa, what the hell?
Now, I debated putting Sky Blue in Tame, but I think Sus is right for her. They made this character way too dang thick, and for whatever reason, she's thrusting her cheeks at Boyfriend. I think this one definitely deserves a spot. Next, we have the Dexplication mod, and this one literally has Girlfriend bent over this chair. I feel like there's not a whole lot to say.
It's not. A lot of these are self-explanatory at this point, but yeah, no, I get it.
This one, but the mod developers knew exactly what they were doing when they made this particular song. The final mod that I'm going to put in the sus category is going to be the Baddies mod. This scene in particular was a lot. The two of them are on the bed here, and you can see the tallies carved into the headboard, showing that these two have been very busy.
Oh, I didn't even book that. How did I not notice that? That's insane. That is actually, see, I didn't notice the tallies on the back.
Also, one of the few mods where a character just pulls out a condom. This one definitely deserves a spot in this video, and apparently...
I feel like, honestly though, I feel like this would be just a regular mode with boyfriend-girlfriend too.
Supposed to be making like an updated version, so I'm curious to see what that's going to look like. It has to be crazy.
It has got to be.
We're going to take a look at the mods that may be a little bit raunchy, but are pretty tame overall, starting with the Twitch split mod. A lot of people had issue with this one when it came out, but honestly, I thought it wasn't that bad.
No, it's pretty tame.
Maybe in some booty shorts, but considering that this mod was making fun of Twitch and some of the creators on there, I think it was pretty tame for what it could have been. Next, we have the Minus Retrospector, more specifically Minus Sakurama, and compared to the regular one, this one isn't too bad at all. No. The cheerleader outfit may be a tad bit raunchy, but compared to some of the things that we've seen just in this video, this one's just fine. The girlfriend thick reskin is another one that people had issue with because of the increased size of girlfriend's assets.
That's hilarious.
And also her being mashed into the ground like that. But overall, I don't think this one is too bad. This one's more just goofy. The evolution mod makes the tame tier because even though girlfriend is man spreading and only has bandages covering her
but you can't see anything.
She actually isn't too lewd here.
Yeah,
and just a
that's fine.
Fact, apparently her design is based off Blaziken.
Yeah, I could tell.
I thought she was supposed to be the girl from Fairy Tail whose
Urza.
name I always forget.
Urza Scarlet.
At the design, it definitely makes sense now. Yeah. Next we have the Caramella mod. And this one may not even deserve to be on this list.
Why is this on here?
I just think it creeps me out personally.
Why?
There's something about these preteens dancing with those dead eyes that's just so weird to me.
it's a not saying to prove it, but like I get it, just a model. But these eyes, a little bit of 3D know-how. These eyes are literally just PNGs pasted onto the model. So I guess that's why they look so deadpan and creepy.
Can't justify putting it any higher on the list. I do think it deserves a spot in this video overall.
All right.
Next, we have the Hell Reborn mod.
Oh, damn, what the flip?
Showing a lot of cleavage, and she also has
bro, I don't even know if you can pay attention to all that. Yeah, she's got cleavage and whatnot, but like, dude, like Knuckles is literally ripping his head off and like thrusting it forward in the screen.
But overall, I don't think this one's too bad.
Yeah, no.
I think the bloody characters around her are probably more disturbing.
Yeah, if anything, I didn't even notice her.
The Gunpowder incident also makes the tame list, and some people had an issue with this one because girlfriend is shaking her assets around a bit in this.
Oh, bro. If you're focused on here's the thing. If you're focused on her shaking her assets and you're not focused on the dude with a gash in his head with a machine gun in his hand and a bloody microphone, your priorities are really skewed.
Overall, I think this one is pretty tame.
Yeah.
People probably didn't even notice this.
I didn't even notice that either.
Next, we have the Dearest Double Date, and this one makes this tier because even though it could have been higher, like if boyfriend and girlfriend didn't get interrupted, Daddy Dearest and Mommy Mirrors made sure that nothing was going to happen with boyfriend and girlfriend here.
That's
they
crazy.
Basically played the.
It's so funny. Even the official like trailers for FNF, like stuff actually does happen. I'm telling you, bro, this game is not for children. It's not. It's literally not. But like, kids cling to it anyway. It's so weird.
Blockers. I think this mod just ended up being more funny than anything else because when boyfriend and girlfriend actually finally get alone, they still can't get any action.
Nope.
Now, in that same vein, we have the mod where boyfriend was caught in bed with Nene.
Oh, that's insane.
A little bit. And I think the reason that people were kind of upset with this one was because Nene's in her draws. But I would say that this one is pretty dang tame for the most part.
Yeah.
Especially compared to a lot of the other stuff we've seen in this video.
No, for sure.
Next, we have the HD mod. And a lot of people were talking about this one because the outfit that Mommy Mirrors and girlfriend are wearing. Obviously, Mommy Mirrors is very revealing.
Yeah.
But I feel like you see mostly just her abs, while everything else is relatively covered up. And her girlfriend, she's just in a sexy dress. So overall, I don't think this one is too bad.
That's not that bad.
I can see this one being like in the sus category, but With that being said, let me know if there's any characters you would move around. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out this video on the screen. All
right, bro, you got it. Man, I'm not going to lie. Okay, so a lot of that is really crazy. A lot of it is really crazy, not going to lie to you. But at the same time, like, some of them were sus, but vast majority afterwards were just kind of tame. Some didn't even beat, some did, in my opinion, didn't belong on the list. And others were just more distracting from the gameplay itself. Like, you wouldn't even know. You'd see it for like a split second and then just get locked back in if you're playing. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. You let me know what you think on it, guys. And of course, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm gone. Later.